In this video, we're going to talk about checking spelling and grammar, and we'll also show you how to use autocorrect. So looking at this document, you see there are some indicators that you have problems. The red squiggly line is going to notate a misspelled word, and when it's two blue lines, there may be something wrong with the grammar. Now, there are a couple of ways you can correct this. If it's only one or two, you can actually just right-click it. So if you look at this word right here, I'm going to right-click on it, and you see they give examples of what it could be. So we have keyword, and that's probably one I want to choose. Now, before we do this, though, you also have the ability to ignore it if it's a correct spelling. Maybe it just doesn't have it in Word's dictionary. Or if it's something you're going to use over and over again, you can actually add it to the dictionary. But I'm going to correct it and choose keyword. Now I'm going to take a look at one of the grammar errors. So I'm going to right-click this word here, and it's an improper word choice. So I'm going to click on the suggestion and change to the correct word. Now we're going to do a spelling and grammar check on the whole document. I'm going to press F7 on my keyboard, but you can also get to it by going to Review and then clicking on Spelling and Grammar in the Proofing group. Now you can see it opens up a side pane, and it's giving me a suggestion where I can change to the correct usage of that word. Now I could ignore it, I could tell it to not check for this issue, but we're going to switch it to the correct word. Now it moves on to the next after you've dealt with the first one, and you can see that this is another misspelling. So we're going to change that to galleries. And finally, I'll correct this last misspelling. Let's talk about autocorrect. Autocorrect can be used to correct common misspellings. It can also be used to customize replacements. Now I'm going to show you some examples of autocorrect in action. So I'm going to type in TEH. Now, autocorrect is going to do two things. It's going to capitalize the T and correct this common misspelling. As soon as you hit space or enter, autocorrect will do its thing. Now I'm going to show you some examples to put in some symbols. Now let's look at creating your own autocorrect. Now I'm going to go to the File menu and then go to Options. Then I'm going to go to Proofing and then Autocorrect Options. The way this dialog works, you put something in the replace box, and once you hit space or enter, it will replace it with whatever you put in this box. So I'm going to use a couple examples. I'm going to type JS in the first box and then type in John Smith and then click Add. So it will replace that. Now I'm going to put another entry, say our company name. So this can be anything you really think of, where you have this nice short lowercase abbreviation, and it will replace it, including the capitalizations and the spaces, just with putting in those three characters. So I'm going to click Add, and then OK, and OK one more time. If I were typing in a name, and I need John Smith, I type that in, JS space, and it replaces it. So moving on to the second entry I did, I'm going to type in "we love food," press enter, and it automatically puts the company name in for us. So the last way you can do an autocorrect entry is from the right-click menu. You can type out your abbreviation, then right-click it, then choose Add to Autocorrect, and it will jump to the autocorrect dialog. So I can type that in there, and it will allow me to put in an entry. So I can click Add, and then OK. And when I hit Enter, it will put in my autocorrect entry. I hope you found this useful. Thank you for watching.